Hi, my name is Matthew Lloyd, and today, with my partners Liz Kufor, Kennedy Redmond, and Benjamin Washington, we are the
Innovation Consultants.
Tweeting today and tackling the thresholds of tomorrow. So I'll be going over the agenda for today. I'll be doing the background and SWOT analysis. My partner Liz will be going over the first part of the strategy. My partner Kennedy will be going over the second part, and Ben will conclude with financials. And we will also have a brief Q&A. So a little background information on Twitter. Twitter is an online news and social networking service, and Twitter was first founded in March of 2006 by Jack Dorsey and other associates. In 2010, Twitter first started using ads as revenue, and in 2013, Twitter first went public with an IPO of $26. Fast forward to 2015, when Twitter acquired Periscope for $50 million US. However, since they've acquired it, they have not used Periscope to its full potential. And now, in 2017, Twitter faces major adversity from its biggest competitors such as Facebook and Instagram. So now we have the competitive analysis. As you can see, Twitter has the third highest amount of users of the social media platforms above, at 336 million. Facebook has the highest with 2.19 billion, and Instagram is second with 800 million. However, Twitter has the lowest retention rate at 22.9%. They're also not user-friendly, don't have a strong international reach, and their live video capability needs to be significantly improved. However, Facebook is sufficient and Instagram is sufficient in all of these areas. So now we have the SWOT analysis. Every company has strengths, and one of Twitter's biggest strengths is real-time updates. Now, what are real-time updates? This is whenever you can send out a tweet at 7 o'clock, and it goes out at 7 o'clock just like that. So information spreads in real time. However, they do have weaknesses, and their two biggest weaknesses is the fact that they're not user-friendly, and they have a low retention rate. Now, this is whenever, one, users find the platform hard to use, and two, people go on Twitter for short periods of time and leave for long periods of time. So Twitter has to find a way to keep these people engaged and staying on Twitter. However, they do have opportunities, and their biggest opportunity is Periscope. Again, Twitter acquired Periscope in 2015 for $50 million US, and Periscope is a live video streaming startup service. However, they haven't used it to its full potential, but we'll be going over how they can in our strategy. And lastly, their threats. Their biggest threats are their competitors. And the biggest two competitors are Facebook and Instagram, who both make more revenue than Twitter and also have more users. So this is our challenge, but I like to call it our mission. Our mission is to create a multi-pronged strategy that effectively facilitates the growth and profitability of Twitter by generating revenue from current users and partnerships, as well as gaining new users. Now I'll be passing it on to Liz Kufor, who will be going over the first part of our strategy.
Thank you, Matthew. Innovation Consultants presents you with an effective three-tier solution as the best plan for Twitter. Introducing Twitter 2.0. Where we're bringing you 3 new revitalizing strategies under the Twitter 2.0 name. The first strategy under Twitter 2.0 is Twitter X, where we're broadening the scope of the Twitter platform to encompass business professionals and new communities. Our second award-winning strategy is Twittorial. Because of our 22.9% retention rate, an idea was born. Introducing Tweety, our animated tour guide that's going to get you better accustomed to the platform. And finally, Twitter Live. We're taking one of our largest unutilized assets, Periscope, to bring you access to trending live stream content from news broadcasts to your favorite TV shows. Twitter X. Under Twitter X, we have 2 parts, our executive suite and our exclusive suite. With this, our goal is to help users find jobs as well as be a vehicle for businesses to get larger audiences. On the topic of audience, our target audience under the executive suite are professionals who are seeking employment opportunities. How are they going to get these? Through 2 sectors. The first, Twitter Works. As my colleague stated, our mission is to leverage partnerships. So, we are going to leverage partnerships with small liberal arts universities such as Bryn Mawr and Grinnell College And HBCUs such as Spelman and Howard University, who have large Black endowments. 2, create a professional recruiting site that targets Generation Z individuals. Generation Z are ages 19 to 25, and they currently comprise 38% of the Twitter platform. With this, we saw an opportunity to give employers direct access to this young demographic so they can give them jobs that fit their skill set, such as retail. Generation Z is known for wanting information within the minute, and they're able to determine what they like and don't like within that same amount of time span. So, by accounting for tendencies to job opportunities, we can get them things like part-time internships as well as access to other job opportunities. Our second sector is Twitter Pro, or simply put, Twitter Professional. It's also a recruiting platform for entry-level positions such as receptionists or secretaries. And with this, unlike Twitter Works, we're targeting individuals and businesses who don't have a strong social media presence. By coming onto our platform, we'll get the ability to post on our job board, as well as connect with employers through direct messages. For our future employees, they're also going to be able to go through our job listings and connect with employers through direct messages as well. So how does it work? Employers will come to our profile, they're going to come to our platform, make a profile, where they can put things like their history, their mission statement, and what their company does. With that, they're going to select a subscription from our Gold for $250, where they get unlimited job postings for 30 days, and access to video responses as well as chats. With our Platinum, they get job postings for up to 60 days, and they get access to live interview through Periscope and Twitter Recruiter, which is our personal assistant going to help you filter through applications based on criteria you set. With that, they're going to go ahead and get connected and get their future employees. For employee profiles, they're going to go ahead and make a profile, and they'll put within their profile things like their education, previous work experiences, and their preference for employment. They're going to select a subscription as well from our free, where they get access to the job board, upload a resume, and chat. Our Gold, where they get access to all those things, including a prioritized profile and instant notification. And finally, our Platinum, where they get access to everything plus live interview through Periscope. So what about our exclusive suite? With our exclusive suite, we're targeting individuals who want to get connected to other individuals with similar interests. How? Through Twitter Talks. Twitter Talks is a platform that's going to connect like-minded individuals and professionals with each other through 2 groups, our social professional groups and our service providers. With our social professional groups, they're going to create communities and join them where they can talk about things like ask questions, get tips, as well as interact on the feed. With our service providers, we're going to connect out with quality service providers so you get the best bang for your buck. With this, they're going to also be able to make a profile, find a group of interest, and go ahead and get connected with like-minded individuals. So in summary, Twitter X alone, from year 1 to 5, is going to see an increase of about 10% in incremental revenue per user, an introduction of 235 million users, and a spike in retention rate by 11.8%. With that being said, I'm going to pass it on to my colleague Kennedy to talk about the last 2 parts of our strategy.
Thanks, Liz. As my colleague mentioned in the SWOT analysis, Twitter suffers with a retention rate of 22.9% and lacks user friendliness. That is why we propose a solution on how we will combat all of these issues and revamp the infrastructure of Twitter. That is why I introduced to you phase 2 of our strategy, Tutorial, where we will enhance the user experience, also known as UX, by revamping the outlook of Twitter. It consists of 3 simple steps, all pertaining to the user interface. We will first start off with an installation tutorial where we'll introduce our newest feature, Tweety, that will give a virtual walkthrough throughout Twitter, allowing our users to become accustomed to our platform, increasing that user retention. And lastly, we will add a hyperlink for Periscope, allowing Twitter to revitalize those video capabilities offered by Periscope. So what does Tweety actually do? Well, Tweety is an optional step-by-step tutorial that navigates throughout the app, allowing our users to understand the functions of Twitter. It is offered for 24 hours, so if you're suffering with late-night insomnia, Tweety would be someone you could talk to. And lastly, Tweety is there with you every step of your tutorial experience. Whenever there's a major update, Tweety will let you know the latest and greatest. So what will our tutorial experience consist of? 5 simple steps. First, you'll start off with creating a profile. Join the Twitter experience. Step 2, Tweety will pop up on your screen and give you a virtual walkthrough throughout Twitter. Step 3, Tweety will show you different and possible questions that you can ask it. Step 4, if you're ever wondering about something, press on Tweety and ask her a question. Ask it a question. And step 5, wanting to navigate the Help Center, press Tweety and ask for the Help Center. Simple as that. Now, how will this bring revenue? Because we all obviously care about money. Well, as more users, like I said, become accustomed to our platform, this will increase the retention rate, allowing advertisers to have more incentives to put their advertisements on our platform, increasing our revenue. So what will we expect from this strategy? Well, with Tutorial, our incremental revenue per user will increase 10.9%. It will also have new incremental users increasing 123 million. And lastly, our retention rate will increase 14.2%. Now I'd like to introduce you to Twitter Live. This is all about social media live streaming. We all know that on our social media apps, live streaming is something that is pertinent to all of our phones. So that is why we've introduced leveraging our live streaming platform to instantly grow Twitter's user base. But before we assess where Twitter is going to go, we have to see how it is doing right now. And one of their assets is Periscope. But what exactly is Periscope? Periscope is a free live stream mobile app that allows users to view and broadcast scopes from around the world in real time. Some of the features that it offers is that you can watch who you're following on live broadcasts and download Twitter and Periscope from 2 different entities to watch live streams. However, we're out with the old and in with the new. On this new platform, we will integrate both Periscope and Twitter by enhancing the capability of a hashtag. When you press on a hashtag, it will instantly navigate you to the Periscope app where you can watch full segments from your device and watch some of your major influences in trending topics. So what will these trending topics be? It will consist of our entertainment landscape, where it will have news, sports, and TV. This is all about us leveraging partnerships with CNN, Fox, MSNBC, Al Jazeera, FIFA, NFL, NHL, and where our users can have the ability to watch live episodes of their favorite shows. And of course, everything comes at a price. So our introductory subscription will be $14.99 a month. So how will this bring in revenue? Well, as more users expand globally, our user base will increase exponentially. So as more users become accustomed to our platform, this will increase our retention rate and also our demographic, which will generate revenue. And as we leverage more partnerships, we will have revenue splits that will also increase our revenue. So what is our expected growth that we see from this strategy? With Twitter Live, you'll see an incremental revenue per user increase 11.4%. Our new incremental users will increase 265 million, and lastly, our retention rate will increase 19%. Now I'd like to pass on the financials to Benjamin Washington.
Thank you, Kennedy. First, I'd like to talk about how we're going to roll out these 3 amazing strategies in the course of the next 5 years. First, we have Tutorial, and this is to address 2 key weaknesses of Twitter, with our non-user friendliness and our low retention rate. As you can see, in the first and second quarter of 2018, we will be doing backend development and beta testing with the planned go live date of the 3rd quarter in 2017. Our next winning strategy is Twitter X, and this is to get a new audience on Twitter. In 2018, we'll be doing design, development, testing, and advertising with the go live date of the 3rd quarter in 2019. And last, but certainly not least, Twitter Live. In 2019, we will start our Periscope app integration into Twitter with the planned go live date of the 1st quarter in 2020. Now, let's talk about something that I personally love a lot, money. Before we talk about where the company has been, or before we talk about where the company's going, we got to talk about where the company's been and where it stands today. so as you can see, from 2013 to 2014, we had a huge revenue increase of 111%. Went from 664 million to 1.4 billion. And this was mainly due to Twitter's popularity being at an all-time high, and also the company's decision to go public. But even with this high popularity, we still ended the year with a loss in our operating margins of 95.6%. Now let's fast forward to 2016. From 2016 to 2017, we experienced our first revenue loss of 3.4%. We went from 2.5 billion to 2.4 billion. And this was mainly due to the increasing popularity of our competitors such as Instagram. But to combat this loss in our top line revenue, we cut our expenses by 17%. And these expenses were cut from our R&D department and our sales and marketing. And with this last minute cut in our expenses, we were able to finish the year with our first ever positive profit margin of 1.6%. And now, with the implementation of our 3 strategies, we believe that our revenue will go from 2.4 billion in 2017 to 9.6 billion in 2022. And also our profit margins will continue to increase to 1.6% to 18.5%. And now one of the most important things, one of the reasons why we exist, are users. Our users will increase from 336 million to 959 million. And now, in conclusion, as my colleague Matthew Lloyd stated in the beginning, our mission is to attract non-users, generate revenue from current users, and leverage partnerships. And we did just that with these 3 amazing strategies. With Tutorial, we're enhancing user experience by revamping our user interface. With Twitter X, we are attracting new users by developing a different target audience. And last but certainly not least, with Twitter Live, we're leveraging new partnerships. And that concludes our presentation, and now I open to the floor to any questions or concerns you may have.